and we want to continue to look at the holiday shopping season. It's approaching, and toy companies are looking to have this year's hottest product. What will be this year's Tickle Me Elmo or Furby? For more, we are joined by Christopher Byrne, Director of Content at Time to Play magazine, and he joins us from New York. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are the hot items this year?
Well, you know, the good news is that 3 of them are Canadian companies, which is pretty amazing. We have a list at timetoplayMag.com, and one of the big ones is, this is from Mega. This is the 3D breakthrough puzzle. You can see SpongeBob there. He's got a 3D, so it's a combination of puzzle building. It's puzzle building and paper folding, and it all goes together. You can see at the back here by clips, so it's really great. There's about 3 different levels for kids, anywhere from $14.99 up to about $29.99 for that. We've also got from Spin Master a brand new collectible card game. This is called Redikai, and you can't really see it that well, but this is animation in the cards. You stack to battle. It's just really just a sort of fun way to get kids engaged with playing. Lots of different levels of play, and very reasonable. That's one of the big trends this year, is reasonable pricing. We've also got...
Okay, I was just going to say, what about pricing? Have we seen a trend over the past few years? Has there been a change since say, the economic downturn? Did that change the landscape at all?
It certainly has. You're not seeing it, as I've been saying, you know, the $300 animatronic pet gone. That you're seeing a lot of things in the reasonable price range. I mean, this is from another Canadian company, Thinkway. It's called the Laser Stunt Chaser. It'll actually chase a light, as you can see there. This is $39.99, which is a really impressive price point for something that does so much. So you're seeing a lot of great value. Really, probably the most expensive thing you're going to find this year is the LeapPad Explorer, which is I got one here. It's a tablet. It's about $99. It's got a camera. It's got video in it. That's probably the most expensive thing you're going to find on the hot list this year.
And which companies seem to have the best lineup of toys?
Well, you know, the neat thing about the toy industry is it's item driven. So Mattel's doing really well with Monster High. As I mentioned, Mega, Spin Master, and Thinkway all have hot items this year. Hasbro's got some new stuff with Nerf. What we find is that kids really are looking for the toy itself. They're not so much concerned about the company, which is good for the items, not so good for Wall Street.
What is this Monster High dead tired doll assortment?
Well, these are all like 11-inch fashion dolls, and you can see them all at timetoplayMag.com. But they are based on kids of the classic monsters. So Draculaura is the daughter of Dracula. Cleo Denial is the daughter of the Mummy, and they all go to Monster High. The whole concept, which has been very resonant with the 8 to 11-year-old girl, is that everybody's a little bit freaky. Everybody's got a little monster inside of them. Everybody's very unique and different, but it's got a humor that really appeals to that 8-year-old sensibility. So it's a combination of doll play, classic toy play, but also humor that's really spot on for kids. The other thing that's significant about that is they launched it exclusively by viral and social marketing. They didn't go on TV for the first year, and they've been huge.
And that's interesting because they viral marketing, and yet they were able to attract that segment, that market segment, so young.
Exactly. They owned like the YouTube channel for one day, and they've done things that, you know, they're putting, and that's a trend you're going to see with marketers, is being very strategic and putting the product not necessarily in the mass market completely, but looking for those niche audiences and directing marketing just to them, because that's really the people who are going to be buying it or requesting it.
Does the fact that the advertising can be done at lower cost, is that supportive of smaller players, so ones that are taking market share away from Mattel and Hasbro?
Well, you know, it's the same size pie, at least in the U.S. It's about $22 billion a year at wholesale that they're slicing up in different ways. But viral marketing really is very impactful. This is a little thing called, hang on, let me turn it on here, a little thing called Fireflies, and it's basically a very, very simple toy. It costs $7.99. They've done almost all of their marketing virally, having people make videos, do things like that. It builds that word of mouth that gets kids really playing and asking for it. So it does allow them to keep the prices down because they're not adding 10% on top of the price to cover their advertising costs.
Okay, Christopher, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Christopher Byrne, Director of Content. Thank you for joining us.
And
thank you so much.